Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly Avalon Rituals Tarot reading. My name is Julia. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is for the month now for January 2020, for the new decade, first month of the new decade. And it starts already with a very interesting situation here. It feels like you need to make a decision with probably the King of Water, or around the subject of the King of Water, which could be a water sign but does not have to be a water sign. So let's focus on this first. The King of Water is the most feminine of all kings. So this could be a person who is very in touch with his feminine side, very creative, intuitive, very in touch with his emotions, does not necessarily mean that he has learned to control his emotions. So it doesn't mean that he is necessarily super mature. Regarding the cards that I see here now, it might be a bit of a complicated situation with this person. That's why also there is probably a decision that, well, either you think about making or you are making in the month of January. For this decision, again, it is important to balance your mind and emotions. So maybe sit down and meditate, calm down the waters of your emotions, and not make a decision out of your emotional state. So really calm down and calm down. And but it seems like everything around January is circling around this decision here. And let's have a closer look into the situation. So in the past, I see the 10 of air, and this is struggle. Oh dear. So since I feel like this is related to the King of Water, it feels like there have been fights and it was really uncomfortable, and maybe there has already been an ending. So maybe that was already a clean cut, and you feel still vulnerable and hurt, and or vulnerable and hurt because of the past experiences with this king. So this is a really heavy card, but also it is now in the past, which is really good. We like those cards in the past. We like to work through things. In the mind is the temptation. So I don't know if you feel tempted to go back to this person, or if you kind of feel like there is some kind of glue between the two of you, something where you feel maybe it could work out if you do it in a different way. This is also the card of addiction, and addiction could mean to anything really. So maybe this person has an addiction and you are thinking about this, and maybe this person is addicted to drugs, to alcohol, maybe to a certain kind of behavior. Maybe it's negative thinking. Maybe this person is addicted to negative thinking. Please keep in mind that this can go vice versa, because the energies of the tarot could also indicate, of course, can be swapped around. So if you feel, for example, if I'm talking about a person that you feel, that relates more to me than the other person, that can also be the case. So it might be that you are, with having this in the thoughts, it might be that you are in a spiral of negative thinking, or in a spiral of thinking things through again and going back into situations that is not healthy, that is not leading you anywhere. But it feels like there is some kind of toxicity going on in this relationship with the king. Again, with the 10 of air in the past, that does not look like a really harmonious thing, and like a harmonious relationship, especially when this card comes up as well. It seems more like a codependency. Maybe there's even some karma involved, which is why it might feel like you can't get out of this. But also the energies at the bottom of the deck is the World, and this is the harmonious completion of the cycle. So it feels like one cycle is now done, and you are ready. Like, you are ready now to step into the new cycle, a more healthy cycle. And I can see this with the Six of Fire. So the Six of Fire is a very beautiful card that shows that you have been to battle, and now you come back home and you get celebrated. So it seems like what you have been through was maybe like an emotional roller coaster. And now you make this decision, or after you make this decision, it feels like something that was a burden is leaving, and it feels like you come now back home, maybe home to yourself, and now you can celebrate yourself for everything that you have been through. Nevertheless, in the position of your position, we have the 5 of water, and that is the feeling of being sad, of being disappointed. Things did not work out the way you thought they would. 5 is also the number of change. So but this is also a card of you need to think that in the original tarot there are 5 cups, and 3 are spilled and 2 are still standing. So with this card, the person is really focused on the 3 things that didn't work out, while it could turn around and see, okay, there's still 2 things standing. That's where I'm gonna put my energy into, my focus, my attention. And it doesn't mean that the other cups are not spilled, but it does mean that you can choose where to focus on, and that sometimes it might be better and more healthy for you to focus on now on the things that are working really good for you, because it seems like there was something that didn't work out as hoped, and now you leave this behind, and of course you're disappointed and sad, and that's understandable, but be focused also on what you still have in your life. The surrounding energies. For the surrounding energies, I pulled 2 cards. We have the Queen of Earth and the 8 of Fire. So it could be that there is another earth element in your life, probably a woman, but that never has to be the case. So this could also indicate a male person. In general, the queens and kings represent a person, but it can also be that these are now your qualities. So maybe you are now working really on your stability, because the Queen of Earth is the Queen of Pentacles, and she is really stable, and she's creative, and fertility is also something, a keyword. So since this is now in your surrounding energies, either you get the support of someone who's really grounded and stable and can help you ground after this experience, or you become already the Queen of Pentacles. Combine this with the 8 of Fire, it seems like there's a lot of movement going on, a lot of things happening in a short amount of time, and it feels like this is good. It feels like this is really helping you to move forward. The energies of next energy. So we had the World already, right? We have another major arcana card, which is the Fortune's Wheel. So a chapter is closing and a new one is beginning, and you are turning the wheel. So it feels like with what happened in the past, you have learned a lesson, and now you are literally setting a new course with the Wheel of Fortune, and towards a new fate, towards a new destiny, something that is now new and better. It's resonating more with your vibration, because you have changed your vibration. And seeing this with the Hanged Man, so you can see now the things from a different perspective, and you have gained a lot of insights about the situation, which is beautiful, as of course when you can see things from a different perspective, sometimes it's the higher perspective. So sometimes as a human it's really hard to practice forgiveness and to step out of the victim mentality. But if you can step or pull ourselves up to the soul perspective, then we suddenly see the big picture, and we see like, oh wow, everything actually played out the way it was supposed to play out, and if that wouldn't have happened, this wouldn't have happened, and oh my god, that's amazing, that's just beautiful. It's a beautiful dance of life, how everything is connected with each other, and it's playing itself out. So it feels like you can see now things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, and that is definitely helping you to digest and to process your past experiences. I hope you resonated with the reading. If you did, please leave a comment leave a comment. A comment is a new word between comment and like now, but you can do both. Leave a comment, leave a like, or subscribe to the channel. I'm doing monthly readings now. I'm also going to do Lenormand readings. I just uploaded one for you guys for Capricorn for the first 3 months of the year 2020, because I just love the Lenormand cards, and I always combining them with the tarot. So what I just did was the tarot. I'm always combining them with the Lenormand set in the big readings that I do. And I just gave specifically you, so funny, I didn't say this in any other readings, but just now I felt drawn to show you the cards. And then I thought about that I actually just did a reading for you guys with the Lenormand card. So have a look. I'm gonna link you this video as well, so have a look for the first 3 months and see if this resonates. The Lenormand cards are very much in detail. It's just so amazing. So I'm happy to do private readings for you as well. Anything else? No, I think that's it. See you next time, and have a lovely month of January 2020, new decade.